In this video, I'm going to share with you how being flexible and adaptable will help you as you continue to evolve on your spiritual journey, especially in the times that you're going through intense shadow work or releasing old programs or stepping into a whole new version of yourself. My name is Carolyn Yakopich, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, today I have been going through some major renovations in my condo, and my floors are being ripped out and new floors are being laid down, and I have had to be flexible and adaptable both in my schedule for work and in my personal life during this time. And I felt like it's really reflective of what I've experienced when I'm going through this inner transformation as well on my spiritual journey. And so I felt it was very fitting to speak about this today. Now, we can't always do things exactly as we've done them before when we ourselves are changing and expect there to be some major difference in how we experience life. So in the moments that you are feeling like you are either exhausted or depleted or like you have boundless energy, it's important to really start responding to your body. My cat again is back. Sometimes I hear her and I get a little distracted and I'm like, focus. We have such a small living quarter that I can't ignore her really. So the thing is, when you're starting to experience this inner transformation within you, it's important to be flexible and adaptable, to do things differently, to really tune into what it is that you need in each moment. And again, it's not going to be each moment, literally and figuratively. It will be the moment you notice something feels a little off or something feels a little different within you, to pause and observe. Are my actions supporting where I'm at right now? For instance, I have committed to doing these YouTube videos. I speak about it over and over again because it's so new for me. But I've committed to doing these YouTube videos daily until Spirit tells me different. And this has put me into a whole new state of what my schedule looks like and how I operate and how I work. So I have all the different aspects of my business that are now being shifted, and how I use my time in a day is being shifted because of these videos, because these videos take time. And also, I don't know what I'm going to talk about from day to day. I allow Spirit to guide me into what I'm going to speak about each day. And the interesting thing is I get a lot of ideas throughout the day, and sometimes I'm right here in the morning, sometimes in the evening, sometimes in the afternoon. And I'm noticing that when I feel most aligned and lit up, that is when I'm stepping forward and I'm doing the video. Yet there are some days where I'm actually really tired for the entire day, and then I end up leaving it till the end of the day and I do it at the end of the day. And so I'm learning and relearning how to manage my time and my schedule. And this is something that I'm hoping, and I know will evolve over time. And I will have a more structured approach to doing these videos so that I can also be nourished and nurture myself the way I require, so that I'm not working till the very end of the night. And so I'm working on this schedule for myself. So right now I'm being flexible and adaptable as I'm learning this new way of being, this new way of serving, this new way of sharing by doing these daily videos. And I haven't mastered it yet at all by any means. And I know that that is what I am working towards being more diligent and structured with my own schedule in order to fit this in somewhere. you know? And I'm going to speak into this a little bit because there's a few layers that come with this. There have been many limiting beliefs that have come up for me with doing these videos. And in this moment, now that I've been doing them for a while, I do feel very much in the flow. Since I started October 1st, there was no resistance. And I may have had 2 days where I was like resisting to do it because of the energy that I didn't really have a lot of energy that day. Like I felt like it was a day I needed for myself. However, I've been very fortunate that for the most part, I've been lit up every day to do these videos, depending on when they show up in my day. And some of the limiting beliefs. So the first thing was getting over the limiting belief of being ready to do the videos, or, not knowing what that would look like or how to do the videos, right? So there were all these things. And then I just decided, that's it. I'm going to do the videos. I know how to use Zoom. I'm going to record on Zoom. Is it the best quality video? No, I'm very aware of that. Is that preventing me from showing up? No, I'm not letting it prevent me from showing up. So, that was the first layer. The second layer was I have to wait until I receive guidance from my spirit, from my intuition of what to talk about. And so at the very beginning, my first week of October, I remember there was a couple days where it's like I caught that limiting belief because I was like, well, I had time in my day and I didn't sit in front of my camera. I literally was like, well, I'm not excited about anything yet. I don't know what to talk about. Well, I didn't get a message from spirit. Like these were the excuses going on in my own head. Well, I didn't get a message. And then the funny thing, those couple of days, it took me all the way to the very end of the night. And I'm like, well, I still haven't had anything work. So like nothing's come through. So I guess I'm just turning on my camera and I'm going to talk and decide to talk about something because I have a lot of things I could talk about, right? So in that moment, I basically pressed record and I started sharing. And then it made me realize that that's another limiting belief that is the ego's way, the mind state way of preventing me from doing it. And that was preventing me from creating a structure, right? So that was the other thing I've moved beyond now. Now, like for instance, right now I have these renovations going on and they've been here since early morning. They went for lunch and I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to make a video. I didn't know what I was going to talk about today. And then it all just came through as I was preparing to do the video. So movement in the direction that is aligned is going to help us expand. And also not moving and taking a pause and a break and a rest is going to create that space to receive the guidance of what the next move is. So this is where the adaptability is really important and the flexibility is really important. If we hold on to our old structure of how we do things, how we operate, and we are changing in our internal being, we are going to stay stuck in an old holding pattern. So as our internal being shifts and changes, we will also change our structure. It's that invitation to be adaptable, especially in the moments that your body is signaling you to rest, or if your mind is giving you indications that it's in overdrive or scattered, or you're feeling anxious, that is an indication to rest. I've had so many experiences where, I've got multiple projects on the go right now. My whole life is literally, again, upside down, inside out. I don't know why I like that term, but I like it. It's like I literally am in such an unknown space and there's so many moving parts right now. And I've had these moments where I have things to do in a day and then suddenly I'm like, oh my God. And then this starts happening. The wheels start turning in my head and it's like I can't even process the thought patterns that are happening because it's like one thing after the other. Like I know I have this and I have this and I have that. And then it's like, whoa, 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 Carolyn, slow down. So the moment I catch myself, and I typically catch myself not from a mind space, so this may help you as well. I typically don't find the answer from the mind ever. It is from the feeling. So when I witness how I feel, and it's like I feel like the heart palpitations, or I'm shallow breathing up in here, and it's like, whoa, I'm not breathing, something's up. And then I'm like, okay, my mind has been going and racing for the last 5 minutes. What can I do next to recalibrate? In the past, I would keep going. In the past, I would say, okay, it's 4 p.m. I really want to be done work by 5 p.m. I'm just going to go ahead, do this video and get it over with. And I've caught myself multiple times coming in front of this camera, opening my computer and being like, okay, I'm going to do this, and feeling all those inner signals of being in that fight or flight state. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. So it's a retraining of the body mind system to start adapting to the new way of being. And the more we can honor our being, our physical body, we will have more and more energy to do things. And in those moments where I get those cues, I shut my computer and I go and I either lay down and I do a shavasana, a relaxation posture, I do a meditation, or I put my frequency healing device on. You know, some of these things I will do. Sometimes breath work, you know, alternate nostril breathing, long deep breathing, whatever technique I get guided to do in that moment that I know will bring my nervous system back into a state of harmony, and it will recalibrate my system so that I am now approaching my video from a state of relaxation, where I'm actually a clear channel for information to come through. So this is truly a game changer, a life changer, and it will really help you to up level with more grace and ease. It will help you to shift consciousness with a more effortless nature, because you're honoring the cycles within your own body. Nature honors its cycles. The animals know what to do as the seasons change, and they do it effortlessly. Right? So we are the ones that have pushed against nature within the self, because this has been the conditioning of the human doing, not the human being. And the invitation is to come back to that state of harmony and balance, and working with the cycles of nature, working with the cycles of the body, tuning in to the body and how it feels. And especially in those intense moments, going through shadow work, going through an inner purge. Sometimes in previous videos, I've done energy updates where I talk about the physical body purging. We are literally purging lifetimes and this lifetime of karmic patterns, generational family patterns, right? We have all of this stuff that is now being released because we are entering the golden age. We are entering the Aquarian age. Some of us are already there. It's a choice away. It truly is. And some of us go in and out of it, in and out of it. 5D, 3D, 5D, 3D. And a lot of us are hanging out in 4D a lot of the time. And this is a video for another time, so I'm not going to get too into those details. However, we are entering this age now where we are expanding into the truth. We are returning to our full being, our full soul's growth, purpose, evolution. And in that state, we remember our divinity, our sovereignty. We reclaim the crown of our physical body merging with spirit. And in order for the merge of the physical and the spirit to come together, both are equally important to take care of. And this is why, in order to ascend, we have to take our bodies with us. Yes, they are changing into crystalline structure from the dense carbon structure. And yes, that is shifting and changing too. And in order for that to be more easeful, paying more attention to our body, feeding it what it needs, exercising, breathing, meditating. Meditating is for the mind, right? So working on that whole unification. That's why yoga is it's been my entire life. My path is yoga, and yoga means union. Yoga is the union of the body, mind, and soul, body, mind, and spirit. And your day-to-day life can be yoga. Your day-to-day life serving others. There's karma yoga where you serve others. There's devotional yoga where you live from your heart and you chant, right? That a lot of people look at yoga and they think it's simply asana, which is the postures, because the Western world has brought it all into the physical. And that is also shifting and changing as we have been shifting and evolving over this last few years. A lot more people are coming online and sharing about the spiritual aspects of yoga. But this has also been a shift and change. As the times change, everything is changing, right? And so we're being asked to change too in our personal lives and how we look at ourselves and how we carry ourselves. And so to look at ourselves internally first, feel what is happening, and respond to that feeling state of what we need to nourish ourselves so that we can move on into that next state of being within. My friend sent me a quote I've heard before that I absolutely love today. So I love how it all ties in. Old keys won't open new doors. And I feel like that's a perfect way to end this session here. Old keys won't open new doors. So it's time to step into the new and honor that. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. Subscribe to this channel for more content like this. I will be here daily until something changes. And remember to like this video if it helped you in any way. That'll help get the message out to more people. And I'm sending you lots of love on your journey of evolution and looking forward to see you again soon.